I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
Hello people and hello universe. Shout out sa lahat mga Pilipino sa buong daigdig. Ngayon mga kababayan, meron tayong upload videos. Yan po sa House of Representatives sapagkat ito po ay ang pagdinig against sa isang malaking media. Of course, kilala po natin ang SMNI. Pagdinig po yan tungkol po dito sa nag-viral na news na tungkol kay Speaker of the House, na ang sinabi po ng media 1.8 billion yung kaukulang expenses na nagastos ni Speaker of the House sa loob ng isang taon. Agoy, ang laki mga kababayan. Now, siyempre rumisbak po ang House dyan, medyo sila nagulat, sapagkat yung 1.8 billion na yan fake news yan mga kababayan. Yan po ay nanggaling sa isa sa mga host, correct me if I'm wrong, ng SMNI. Ngayon, hindi lang po yan ng nagigisa dyan guys, yung pagdinig, kundi pati ang franchise, So, yung viral na na balita na yan tungkol sa 1.8 billion. Yan po ay sinabi ni Ka-Eric, at saka si Madam Badoy. Actually mga kababayan, may video po ako, panoorin nyo, okay? Para hindi po tayo magiging fake news dito, So dahil diyan mga kababayan, sabi ni Congressman Pimentel, yan po ay walang katotohanan. Fake news po yan, Alam nyo, sa totoo lang, dahil po diyan kay Speaker of the House, medyo talaga namang walang humpay po ang pagbabanat sa kanya, ng mga followers po ni BP Sara. Actually, ang umpisa nito, confidential fund mga kababayan, dahil po yan ay hinarang po ng Makabayan Bulok. So, dahil dyan, si Speaker po ang napuruhan, binanatan ng binanatan. Even si dating Pangulong Duterte, binanatan din si Speaker at tinawag din ng Kamara na rotten, bulok daw, may korupsyon. Ganon din po si Atty. Roque, na binanatan din si Speaker, agoy. Tapos sumabay ang mga DDS na kung ano-anong pinagsasabi kay Speaker of the House, tambalus-lus. Yung panlalait ba, Grabe yung panlalait nila talaga kay Speaker. Yung paninira, talaga namang mas malala po sila sa kakamping, Dahil diyan mga kababayan, nakikita natin si Speaker, wala naman po siyang respect, Tahimik lang po, kundi tawa lang, yung kanyang sagot. Hindi po siya marunong makipag-away. Parang si Pangulong Marcos Jr. lang din naman, Pero siguro dahil hindi nakatiis ang House sa mga ganyang klaseng pambabatikos, kaya ayan, ang pagdinig dyan sa Kamara, mga kababayan, hindi lang po yung fake news na 1.8 billion na yan, pati rin po yung franchise ng MNI nakalkal, mga kababayan, Itong video natin, medyo pili lang ito, hindi buo, pero i-upload natin yung kabuuan niya, para makita nyo yung talagang gisahan dyan sa loob ng Kamara versus sa House of Representative and SMNI. Nandyan po ang mga abogado ng SMNI, magagaling mga abogado na yan, mga kababayan. And of course, sana po sa ating lahat, kung mag-post tayo or magsalita tayo, dapat yung legit yung source nyo po, para hindi tayo ma-fake news, hindi tayo masampa ng kaso. Delikado. Kaya maingat po dapat, hindi lang po mainstream media, Hindi forke galit ka sa isang tao, kung ano-ano na lang sinasabi mo, hindi po maganda yun. Lalo't yung tao na hindi ka naman niya inaaway, binanatan mo, binanatay, di ba? Ang karma, hindi po lalayo yan. Sabi po naman nagko-komenta yan, karma nila. Di ba? Hindi ako nagsabi yan, mga nagko-comment. But anyway, siguro, minsan, hindi naman siguro karma yan, ika nga kailangan natin matuto din sa bawat isa na kailangan ingatan natin ng ba't mga sinasabi natin, yung mga inilalabas natin sa social media. Maging learn and listen po yan sa lahat. Okay? Isa lang ang taong sigurong nagsabi niyan, kaya buong media ay nadamay. Siyempre, ano yan guys, live show at and SMNI, na pag-ari ng, SMNI, kaya, well, sana po maging aral po sa atin lahat ito, ng mga kababayan. At sundin natin po kung ano ang susunod na kabanata dito sa nagaganap na pagdinig sa Kamara ng ang House of Representatives dito versus SMNI. So, ganun pa man, alam niyo, hinahangaan ko yan yung SMNI, mga kababayan. Pero parang nag-iiba ang dating, well, sa akin lang naman yun. So, ganun pa man, panoorin niyo yung video na i-upload natin para makita niyo, mga kababayan. See you again on my next live and upload videos. Bye and babush. God bless Philippines.
Kay Speaker Martin Romualdez, 1.8 billion ang travel cost niya.
Naku.
1.8 billion pesos.
For how long?
For almost 1 year lang.
For the entire Congress?
Sa kanya lang.
Sa kanya lang?
Kaya nagtatanong itong ating source from Congress.
Is it true?
1.8 billion. Sabi niya, pakitanong kay Eric at paki-explain din. At pakitanong kay Secretary Belica. Miss Ina, ito'y break-in information coming from Congress mismong source.
No, because the 1.1 billion of the DNNR, that's the entire department.
Yeah.
But you're saying now, Eric, that 1.8 billion is just the office of the Speaker for travel?
Which is a question posed to us by the source from Congress.
Yeah, I mean,
that needs to be explained.
The Speaker should explain, no?
Yes.
He should confirm or deny and then give an explanation.
Give an explanation kung totoo ito. Kasi sabi niya, baka humigit pa ka, Eric, kung i-factor in Secretary Belica, ang current baka umabot ng 2 billion ang gastos sa travel ni Speaker Martin Romualdez at ng kanyang mga entourage. Missy.
Wow.
Okay, dahil usaping...
How do you do that? How do you spend almost 2 billion for travel? How do you do that? That's hard. Hindi ka na uwi sa bahay mo.
Grabing shopping.
Ganon. Tsaka maraming yung entourage, gano'n.
Entourage.
Yan ang dapat ipaliwanag nila.
Tanong natin yan kay Secretary Commissioner.
Ang sakit.
Pero sige, go ahead.
Okay. Sige, kasi usaping corruption tayo.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead po.
Yun nga po kasi it boils down to the policy and yung damdamin ba ng leader, how does he treat this or how will he treat these kinds of spending? Dahil alam niyo po, napakaraming pera sa gobyerno. Totoo po yan. Kaya ang leaders should be, we should have leaders na yung conscious ba? Alam niya na wag gastusin, mag-ingat sa gastos, maging prudent, magkaroon ng delikadesa, mahiya sa taong bayan dahil baka maging skandalo yan. Nasa puso ho ng tao yun Pagka wala ka ho nun, ang pera sa gobyerno, parang parang ang dami-dami. Hindi na uubos. So, kaya talagang waldasin yan ng mga people in power. So, yun po ang dapat natin tinitame. At dapat tinitame po ng mga bawat opisyal.
Representative David Suarez, pinasisilip niya sa Kamara ang prangkisa ng TV station na SMNI o Sunshine Media Network International. Ito ang TV station na itinatag ni Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, kilalang spiritual advisor ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Inalmahan ni Suarez ang inilabas na ulat ng SMNI na gumastos daw ng 1.8 billion pesos si House Speaker Martin Romualdez sa mga biyahe nito.
Ang tanong, is it true? Did they even care to validate? We are all public officials and we are all open to criticisms and public opinion and unfortunately open to fake news. At ito pong pinalabas ng SMNI, isa po itong fake news. Hindi po ito totoo.
Sa isang pahayag, pinabulaanan din ni House Secretary General Reginald Velasco ang inere umano ng SMNI. Ang bahagi ng pahayag ni Secretary General Velasco, binasa rin ni Suarez sa plenaryo.
Let me be unequivocally clear. These claims are not only baseless, but are blatant attempt to spread misinformation and defame the Speaker's character.
Sabi ni Suarez, dapat bawiin ng SMNI ang inilabas umano nitong ulat.
We demand immediate retraction and apology from those spreading those fake lies, Furthermore, we are exploring other options to hold accountable those responsible for this smear campaign.
Ang privilege speech ni Suarez ay inirefer sa House Committee on Rules para sa kaukulang aksyon. Ang House Committee on Legislative Franchises, iimbestigahan na raw ang issue sa Huwebes. Sinisika pa ng GMA Integrated News na kuna ng pahayag si Speaker Romualdez.
Prudent decision by the committee to invite the host, and I even impose this challenge on them. Name your source. Kasi ako, may dokumento akong hawak na nagsasabi kung magkano talaga ang ginastos ng House at saka ng Speaker sa kanilang traveling. Doon, sinasabi nyo, 1.8 billion. Kaya gusto kong malaman kung saan ang galing. O yun po ba ay numero lang na hinugot nyo sa buwan at binanggit sa telebisyon? Dahil base sa mga dokumento at papeles na hawak po namin, hindi po yun ang katotohanan. Well, I feel that the network and the host are both accountable. Kasi unang-una, pinalabas po ito sa show nila. Pangalawa, as journalists, dapat responsable sila.
Tama.
Dapat bago nila maglabas ng kung anumang mga news articles or news report, it has to be validated. I mean, I'm sure all of you, members of media, do the same. Especially when it comes to figures and data that we consider to be of national concern. So I think it is only duty bound that we find those both members of the panel in that show and the franchise holder itself accountable.
Andito po yung finance officer natin. Nandito po din kanina si Secretary General Velasco para madinig lang ninyo to Mr. Bobby Malin. Magkano ang ginastos ng Kongreso at ni Speaker for this year para sa traveling expenses? Para madinig po ni Eric at saka ni Lorraine.
With your permission, Mr. Chair, for the Office of the Speaker, the total expenses for the travel is 4.3 million, more or less, Mr. Chair. And for the other expenses, for the other official expenses, it's 35.2 million, Mr.
Okay. Mr. Chair, it is very clear po, no, kay Eric and Lorraine. Ang ginastos lang po ni Speaker Romualdez was 4.3 million pesos from January to October. Ang Kongreso was 35 million. So ang kabuuan po ng gastos ng Kongreso, including yung travel ni Speaker, was only 39 million pesos. Na ginagamit ninyo ang SMNI for a smear campaign because in the recent months, ilang mga shows, ilang mga programa ng SMNI was directed to malign, to attack Congress as an institution. Kaya po tanong ko, baka naman yung programa ninyo ginagamit na rin yan para atakihin ang Kongreso. Kaya we need to know yung source ninyo. Because if not, baka naman gawa-gawa lang ninyo na yung sinasabi nyong source, wala naman kayong source. Kaya kung gusto namin malaman kung ito ba ay gagawa-gawa ninyo or according to you, there's a source. Because we want also to know whether SMNI is liable for the violation of Section 4 of your franchise. Sinasabi kanina ni Attorney Tolentino, meron silang disclaimer. But on the other hand, there is a conflict. But on the other hand, may disclaimer nga sila na wala daw silang pakialam so kung anong sabihin ng mga anchor persons. However, he said that your talents of SMNI paid by SMNI. So meaning you're under control of SMNI. So that disclaimer does not apply. Mag-a-apply lang siguro yung disclaimer if you're a black timer. But according to SMNI officials, you are talents of SMNI. So directly, you're under their management and supervision. Napakasimpleng tanong po ito, this is not self-incriminating because we are not under the court of law. This is only an inquiry in aid of legislation. Kung natatakot po kayong kakasuhan, ano naman ikakaso sa inyo? Isasabihin lang naman ninyong source. Unless sabi ko nga, wala talagang source.
May I be allowed to reply to the question, Mr. Chairman, please? And to the Honorable Congress.
Kasi
I believe in the practice of journalism, the protection of the integrity and the trust and confidence of the source in the stories or in the information gathered related to stories are sacred. They are like contracts. If not legally, as a contract, sacred po yun para sa mga journalists. Nandito yung mga media. I know how they also feel kapag pinilit sila na ang source nila, ilabas nila doon sa mga sensitibong impormasyon. So yun po ang aking inaalala. Dahil ang source ko na ito, Congressman Pimentel, sir, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, matagal ko na siyang source nung nasa NPA pa ako. At wala po akong pag-aalangan na ang kanya mga impormasyon na ibinibigay ay tumutugma doon sa mga impormasyon na nakukuha ko when I was still part of the National Intelligence Unit of the NPA, National Operations Command. So kilala ko siya. The other source, sinabi ko na po, Your Honors, ito po ay unlisted number. Dinilit ko siya, pero nagulat lang ko na tumugma sa isang source na kilala ko. And I had a meeting with him. May pinakita siya, ayun tuloy, na-reveal ang gender, na lalaki siya. I had a meeting with the source at may pinakita sa mga documents. Hindi kaagad kami nag-conclude because I have to seek audience and guidance from the editorial authority of the SMNI. But the question was posed immediately because the source texted us during the interview live kay former Secretary Greco Belica. So nang kinausap ko siya, sabi ko we need the documents to sustain the discussion. So hindi po ito smear campaign or isang kampanyang orchestrated para sumira sa imahin at integridad ng House of Representatives. I believe sakop po ito ng tamang paglulunsad ng press freedom at gawaing pang journalist yung ginagawa namin. Dahil kami po ay naniniwala na public interest issue na magkaroon ng pagpapaliwanag sa pamamagitan po ng paghahayag na ito, kagaya ng we are now very enlightened. Thank you so much, Your Honors, na sinabi po dito na less than 5 million pala yung expenses ni Speaker Martin Romualdez at yung buong House of Representatives ay nasa 35 million lang. So kung inilahad namin ito as a series of special report, we need vetting and verification dun sa source. Hindi ko po siya pwedeng ma-reveal because pag na-reveal siya, there were a lot of information na naibigay niya noon sa amin nung nasa NPA ako na pinagkatiwala niya sa akin dahil kami ay may mabuting relasyon tungkol sa secrecy of information. So kaya po ako humihingi ng pag-unawa ng body na ito na kapag ito po siya ay ma-reveal, eh baka maraming makakalkal na mga impormasyon na hindi na kailangan po.
Mr. Chair, may I know kung anong year po yun? Kasi you are required to submit every year. Starting 2020. Na-approve yung prangkisa ninyo August 2019. So dapat starting 2020, 21, 22, 23, nag-submit po kayo dito ng reportorial requirement.
Yearly, Your Honor, since 2020. But I will ask our staff to bring our documents to the committee secretary.
Was it duly received by Congress, yung sinabit po ninyo? Iba ho yung, kasi we had a hearing sa Meralco. We have to reconcile kasi sabi ng Meralco, nag-submit sila for 20 years. But upon verification, ang nasubmit lang nila, duly submitted, duly received by Congress, 7 years lang. So, iba ho yung sinasabi nyo nag-submit kayo, iba rin yung duly received by Congress.
Comsec, do you have the records?
Your Honors, we have, since the pandemic set in, we allowed franchise grantee to submit their annual reports via online through the email of the Committee on Legislative Franchises. The Swarasug Media Corporation, based on our record, submitted their annual reports for the year 2023, 2022, 2021, and 2020 and it includes the latest audited financial statement, the latest general information sheet, certification on good standing issued by the SEC. We also have the certification from the National Telecommunication Commission on due submission by the franchise grantee, a report on dispersal of ownership, and a report and update on the rollout.
Why should you not be held liable when it is very clear that you have violated Section 4 of your franchise?
Allah.
Ano ang rason na may bibigay nyo sa amin na hindi kayo dapat patulan o hatulan ng violation against your franchise? Very clear ho. Ang aligasyon ho ng SMNI, 1.8 billion pesos ang ginastos ng Kongreso sa traveling expenses.
Hala kayo.
It is on record, and if you want that we can furnish you the records, nanditong finance officer, nandito SecGen, ang ginastos until October was only 39 million pesos. So it would be impossible na magkakaroon po ng gastos ng 1.8 billion pesos dahil yung budget for traveling expenses ni hindi nga umabot dun sa sinasabi niyong 1.8 billion pesos. Why should you not be held liable for this Section 4 responsibility to the public, Mr. Chair?
Kayo, fake news yan.
Mr. Chair. Attorney Tolentino is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, there was no allegations about the 1.8 billion pesos, Mr. Chair. It was just a question given not in behalf of SMNI, but it is a statement by an anchor of SMNI. And there is a disclaimer in every program of SMNI that any statement made by the anchor guest is not the official stand of SMNI. Second, Mr. Chair, there was no deliberate false information. I'd like to invoke, Mr. Chair, the jurisprudence of the Philippine Supreme Court about freedom of press and freedom of expression. It is part of our constitutional and republican principle, Mr. Chair, as a country and as a republic, that there is a jurisprudence that freedom of press and freedom of expression includes some what they call this false or inaccurate statement, if there's any inaccurate statement. Freedom of press and the freedom of expression is one of the highest form of constitutional right in our Philippine Constitution. That's why there was no deliberate false accusation. And third, Mr. Chair, in every act provided under the Civil Code, there is a presumption of good faith. So the one who alleges bad faith on the part of SMNI, the one who alleges that there is violation of Republic Act 11422 should be the one to prove it, because we are presumed innocent, we are presumed doing within the bounds of the law. And humbly, Mr. Chair, what we are doing here, we acted in good faith. Humbly, we acted in good faith, and there was no official statement given by SMNI. And ang ginagawa po natin ngayon, Mr. Chair, gumagawa po kami ng investigation, internal investigation, kung may nangyari ba talagang statement about the 1.8 billion. Because based on our initial investigation, there was none. It was just a question. That's why, Mr. Chair, if I may, we'd like to ask that the video, the subject video, we have here a USB to be played. So anybody will be, or everyone, may chance na makita nila kung ano ba talaga ang video na yan. May nakalagay bang statement, or it was just a question in the exercise of freedom of press?
Mr. Chair, may I comment on this statement of attorney? You mentioned about freedom of expression. While it is true that the Constitution guarantees the freedom of expression and speech is constitutionally protected, there are species of speech and expression that are not constitutionally protected Among these are obscenity, pornography, hate speech, defamatory speech, libelous marks, and fighting words. It is important to note that the recent broadcast by SMNI against Congress, against particular groups and individuals, and recently against the Speaker's travel expenditure do not fall under the ambit of the constitutionally protected expression. Very clear po yan na smear campaign yan, Mr. Chair. But anyway, let us go to another section of your franchise. This is with regards to Section 12. Reportorial requirement. During the term of its franchise, the grantee shall submit an annual report to the Congress of the Philippines through the Committee on Legislative Franchises of the House of Representatives and the Committee on Public Services on its compliance with the terms and conditions of the franchise. Ito po ang mga dokumento na kailangan i-submit ninyo. Your franchise was granted in 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. The annual report shall include an update on the rollout, development, operation, or expansion financial statements, latest general information sheet, officially submitted to Securities and Exchange Commission, certificate of the NTC on the status of its permits and operations, and an update on the dispersal of ownership undertaking if applicable. Now, Mr. Chair, may I know from the Secretariat whether they have complied with the annual reportorial requirement? Marami yung dokumento ito. So, gusto ko po malaman kung nasubmit po ng SMNI lahat ng dokumento na ito.